Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me just get some clarification in terms of the IP addresses. I was listening to the counsel for the governor cross-examining the witness and referred to the issue of the IP address. And the first question which was asked, which is what I want clarity, is whether or not one device or two devices can use the same IP address. That is the question. Number two, the question goes to the witness. I want to know whether at the Kericho County Assembly there is a Wi-Fi router or all the MCAs vote using their unique phone numbers. Whether there is one Wi-Fi router that produces one static IP address that is shared among several devices, or whether each of those members of the assembly are using their own phones to be able to vote. And finally, whether the device which was used based on the IP addresses listed on page 29, 30, and 31, the one that you allege were assisted voters, whether the laptop which was used to exercise this vote was sharing the same IP address or the same router or the same Wi-Fi, because I heard you saying that you get fiber from Safaricom. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Witness, you may now respond to those queries.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Senators. I'll start by the question about the Wi-Fi and the users within the assembly. We have a Wi-Fi that is dedicated to the chambers, and I've said it has a static IP. That's why it's picking exact IP all along. But I'll make my assistant come and clarify very well whether the multiple devices that access. So the multiple access using the static IP, I believe the IP can be used by more than one device. So that's why it happened in several pages here. Number two, members use either laptops or their phones to vote, and we are allocated a laptop in the chambers for voting. On the implication of the oath, I understand, Honorable Senator Matthew, that I know the implications, and on the number of MCAs who voted from the system, I can say as an administrator there are 33 votes casted, and the authenticity of the votes, because there are 4 contesting the votes, is what as an expert at the back end, since I was not in the chambers, cannot confirm. When the members take their stand, they will confirm whether they voted or somebody actually voted on their behalf. On confirmation of votes within, that one I think I've talked about. There is an issue about the firewalls, and I can confirm.
Mr. Witness, is it possible to mention the question that you are responding to? The senator who asked the question.
I didn't note the name of the senators.
Oh.
So I'll just answer them. So on the password generation, where I used the IDs, that was the easiest method for my honorable members of Kericho County Assembly to remember immediately the ID because of the timelines of 5 minutes. I've realized the Senate has got a voting system that is taking a minute because there are these electronic voting machines. Should they have had the electronic voting machines, it could have been faster. So I was thinking of the best way, they can easily log in and cast their votes with the shortest time possible. The issue of alternative voting when the electronic system failed is available in the standing orders, where they could have taken a roll call, But at that time, the results didn't indicate that there was an error or there was a problem with the votes, since it recorded 33 votes. So the other members who didn't vote remain in pending. That shows they didn't trigger the voting pattern, and that is why under the display dashboard, we only have 0-0 because they didn't log in to either abstain in the system or vote no. I think I can answer those ones. I'm not chosen to answer. I'm trying to. The decision to use data processor, the decision to use data processor or data experts. I think I didn't get that question correct.
Honorable Senators, you know, if the questions have not been answered, it is you to make the decision at the end of the day in one or the other. So you cannot force him to give you answers that he doesn't have. So if you are done, then we can step you down and